Saturn's moon Iapetus offers a clue that there is more encircling Saturn than meets the eye.
Iapetus was discovered hundreds of years ago, this tiny little moon, and it was quickly determined that it was really strange. One side of it is very shiny and reflective, and the other side is actually quite dark. That's bizarre.
In Boulder, Colorado, planetary scientist Ann Verberscher thinks that the reason for this is in front of our eyes. We just can't see it. Ann suspects that Saturn is surrounded by a ring of jet-black particles that lie outside the main rings, but are invisible to normal telescopes. As Iapetus orbits Saturn, its leading face plows through this invisible dark ring.
When you're driving, you have a dirty windshield. Bugs on a windshield is Iapetus.
Just like bugs sticking to a windshield, the dark ring particles stick to the icy moon, painting its leading face black. But how do you prove the existence of a ring you can't see? Ann's surprising solution is heat.
So if you were to look for dark ring particles with visible light, they would be pretty hard to detect. However, I have a thermal infrared imager here, and if we look at this cup full of hot water, you see it's easy to detect against a cold black background.
The jet black mug shows up easily because it's hotter than its background. Ann realizes that the invisible ring should be slightly hotter than the backdrop of space. So she takes a fresh look at Saturn with the world's finest infrared telescopes. The result is astonishing.
When I saw this image, I was extremely relieved to see that, yes, indeed, the ring is real. There it is.
In infrared, the dark ring is finally revealed, and it's a monster.
This ring is enormous. It is the largest planetary ring in the solar system. You can see it extends about out to there, maybe there on either side of Saturn here at the center. The thickness of the ring is equivalent to 20 Saturns stacked on top of one another.
The giant ring dwarfs the Saturnian system, stretching out 120 times wider than the main rings. This dark ring solves the problem of two-faced Iapetus. But how is this enormous ring made in the first place? From the dark side of Iapetus, a trail of black dust leads 8 million miles away from Saturn to a strange small moon called Phoebe. 124 miles across, its surface is dark rock. As it races through space at almost 4,000 miles per hour, it leaves a trail of dark debris in its wake, creating the king of all Saturn's rings. 22 million miles across. The giant ring made by Phoebe is so enormous that if it weren't so dark, it would be the biggest object in our night sky.
It's a little weird to think that Saturn, one of the most well-observed objects in the solar system, can hide something from us, especially something that huge. Long after those beautiful gaudy rings are gone, if you have infrared eyes, Saturn will still be the ringed planet.